friends, welcome. So a resin base and put the glitter on the resin. So we're going to use some mica powder in our resin. This is like a rose gold mica powder. I'm going to use some chunky white iridescent glitter. I'm going to use some copper glitter and some gold. I'm going to get my epoxy together in my silicone stirrer, and then we'll put it on the turner and we'll start working with it. Okay, so I have my resin mixed. It's mixed nice, no bubbles in it. Gotta mix it for quite some time to get it like that. All right, so I have my mica powder, and I am just going to add epoxy to my mica powder. Now, I do keep some epoxy in this cup because I like to start with a thin regular coat, because sometimes the mica powder epoxy can get a little thick. So I like having a nice smooth base to start with. So that's why I do that. And I really believe that that's just personal preference, but I feel like that works really, really well. Okay, so this color, can you see that? I hope you can. It's just a very beautiful rose gold. And it's gonna make a nice, okay, so I've got my epoxy, I've got my colored epoxy, and I have all my glitters here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start just, putting on just a coat, make it a little smooth. I know I've probably said this a million times. This turner here is a little loud. So this one started as a spinet. I bought it, I had a coupon for it, and I thought I would just try it and, see how I liked it. And because I needed a second spinner. And I just really wasn't super thrilled with it. I mean, I'm sorry, spinet people, but I wasn't really thrilled with it. The little tool that they have, the little plastic piece to keep the cups on, really was not super steady, and it was very small. It's very loud. And I don't like the fact that it only goes one way. However, my husband just bent me up a new base because I needed something taller anyways. I was doing some coffee cups that needed something a little taller. So he bent up a new base, made a big one, and just used the spinet mode. I've tried so many different tools as far as, putting the epoxy on. I thought that was a hair in the epoxy, but apparently it's not. It's just a scratch in the paint. I've tried so many different tools, and I have lots of different silicone brushes and stuff, but in all honesty, I just really prefer my finger. I mean, sometimes if I don't want to get my gloves messy, I'll use my brush, but I don't know, I really honestly just do a better job with my finger. All right, so now we're going to start with our rose gold. I really enjoy the mica powder. I feel like it's so pretty. And offers such a nice base. Sometimes it takes a bit for the coverage though. Now this will be completely covered in glitter, so it's not going to matter that the rose gold's not completely, because it does the one thing with the mica, it's not a completely, solid coverage. It's just the way it is. If I'm using mica, if I'm using like grays and blacks, then I'll keep my Tumbler silver, because the color that comes through is really nice. And when you're doing grays and blacks on top of silver, I mean, it really gives like this nice foggy appearance. I do that a lot when I am doing like Punisher cups. And I also like using my gloved hand, because I do this little curve around the end of the cup here, and it gives just a nice smooth finish to the end. That can sometimes be hard to get. But yeah, so if you do it on the silver cup with the grays, it just gives this real just foggy look, and I love that for my Punisher cups. so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna go just a little bit more. To be honest, I probably should have mixed maybe half of the resin that I mixed. It's a bad habit. I mix way too much all the time. Alright. Really just playing with it until it gets, you know, a little bit tacky because I want to put my glitter on it. Alright, now I am going to change my gloves just because they're a little messy. And I don't want to do my glitter with such messy gloves. Now, once this cup dries, sorry. Once this cup dries, then, and I put another coat of resin on it, I will be doing like a kind of opaly sheen in just places on it with mica as well. Sometimes as it goes along, it changes to something different, but all right, so I'm just gonna, oops, that was a little, I'm just gonna start adding glitter. Just kind of let it fall where it's gonna fall. Sometimes the light-handedness is not necessarily a mastered skill for me. This is going to be a really, really pretty cup. And then I like to take a little bit on this. I'm going to put on the bottom. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this sit. We're going to let it turn, let everything settle how it's going to, and then we'll give it a few hours on the turner, and then we'll come back and we'll add some epoxy over top with like just a really pretty white iridescent opaly color of mica, and it's gonna just be really pretty. I'm excited about this. All right, thanks. See you soon. So this one has dried for a little bit. It's spun for a little while, about an hour. It's still tacky, but now before it does get dry, I'm just gonna go on and I'm gonna add, this is just resin and some glitter. I'm not gonna be, putting a resin coat all the way over it right now. This is just in some spots. So this is just chunky glitter. It's kind of thick because it's, mixed in resin, but that chunky glitter makes it a little thick. And that's okay. And then I have a little bit of a thinner glitter I'm also gonna add. This is all just white. And we're just gonna put this on, and I'm gonna let it spin with all of this also. We're not gonna really do anything to it ourselves. We're gonna let it just sort of level itself out. If I was really concerned, I could, you know, kind of take the heat gun to it, but I'm not gonna do that. I just want to level itself out and let it see what it's gonna do. And then the next one is, this is resin with just some opal white mica powder in it. And I'm just gonna pour it. Alright, so now I'm going to leave it for at least 4 hours, maybe a little longer. I'm just going to let it run, let it even, level itself out, and see what we come back to.
All right, so I hope you can see how beautiful the Galaxy tumbler turned out. So what I did with this, after it dried, I put just a coat of regular resin on it, let that dry, and then I did do a light sandpaper to it before applying my vinyl decal. On this, I used a gold foil for the name, and then I did one more coat of resin, and she is going to love it. It turned out beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was inspiring for you. Have a great day.